Being a part of the biodiversity hotspot, Assam is a land of varied biodiversity. Right from the semi evergreen forest to grasslands, from the great Indian one horned rhino to pygmy hawks, Assam has it all. And as a result of this, Assam also has number of protected areas. इस वीडियो में हम आसाम के कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट प्रोटेक्टेड एरियाज डिस्कस करेंगे जिसमें इंपॉर्टेंट नेशनल पार्क्स, इंपॉर्टेंट वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरीज, टाइगर रिजर्व्स और रामसर साइट्स को हम डिस्कस करेंगे. फर्स्टली, लेट्स स्टार्ट विद इंपॉर्टेंट नेशनल पार्क्स इन आसाम. Assam consists of 7 national parks, and out of those 7 national parks, we will be discussing about 3 important national parks. Firstly, let's locate them on the map of Assam. First national park is Kaziranga National Park, and it is located on the southern banks of river Brahmaputra. Second is Manas National Park, and as you can see, it is very close to the borders with Bhutan. Third national park is Dibru-Saikhowa National Park, located in the eastern parts of the state. Now let's discuss about some important points related to these 3 national parks, starting firstly with Kaziranga National Park. Kaziranga National Park is located in Golaghat, Nagaon and Sonitpur district of Assam. It has Karbi Anglong Hills to the south. As we have already discussed, Brahmaputra is the river that forms northern and eastern boundaries of the national park. It also has Mora Diplu River, which forms the southern boundary, and Diplu and Mora Dhansiri are also the important rivers associated with Kaziranga National Park. Kaziranga National Park has varied vegetation as well. It consists of alluvial inundated grasslands, alluvial savanna woodlands, tropical moist mixed deciduous forest, and it also has tropical semi-evergreen forest. Apart from vegetation, it consists of different types of animal species as well. It is famous for great Indian one-horned rhino. Also, it is a breeding ground for elephants, wild water buffaloes, and swamp deers. It also has presence of tigers, and golden tigers are also sighted in this national park. Leopards, hoolock gibbons, Indian muntjac and Ganges dolphins are also the other animal species present in Kaziranga National Park. Now let's discuss some important features of Kaziranga National Park. It is also designated as the World Heritage Site. Kaziranga National Park is also an important tiger reserve in the state of Assam. It has also been given the tag of important bird and biodiversity area by BirdLife International and Bombay Natural History Society. It is located on the edge of eastern Himalayan biodiversity hotspot, and that's why we have such rich biodiversity in Kaziranga National Park. So that is about Kaziranga National Park. Now let's discuss some important points related to Manas National Park. Manas National Park also has a tag of tiger reserve. It is located in Baksa and Chirang district of Assam, and it is located at the foothills of eastern Himalayas. As we have already located, it is very close to the boundaries with Bhutan. It also has a river, and that river is Manas River that flows right through the park. The vegetation associated with Manas National Park is semi-evergreen forest, mixed of moist and dry deciduous forest, alluvial savanna woodlands, and alluvial grasslands are also there in Manas National Park. If we talk about animal species, then it is famous for red panda, golden langur, pygmy hog, Assam roofed top turtle, and hispid hare. It also has other animal species like Royal Bengal tiger, Asian elephant, great Indian one-horned rhino, clouded leopards, Gangetic dolphin, and wild water buffalo. If we talk about birds, then it is famous for Bengal florican as well. So these are some of the animal species. Now let's discuss about the features of Manas National Park. Manas National Park also has a tag of World Heritage Site given by UNESCO. It is also a tiger reserve, and it is an important biosphere reserve under Man and Biosphere Program of UNESCO. It is also an elephant reserve. It borders with Royal Manas National Park of Bhutan. So that is about Manas National Park and Tiger Reserve in the state of Assam. Now let's discuss about third national park, and that is Dibru-Saikhowa National Park. It is there in Dibrugarh and Tinsukia district of Assam. There are no major hills associated with this national park. Brahmaputra, Lohit are the rivers located to the north, and Dibru River is located to the south of this national park. Vegetation is in the form of semi-evergreen forest, deciduous forest, littoral and swamp forest. It also have largest salix swamp forest in the northeastern India. Salix is nothing but willow. It also has patches of wet evergreen forest. Now let's discuss about the animals in Dibru-Saikhowa National Park. It has animals in the form of tiger, elephant, leopards, clouded leopards, water buffalo, slow loris, feral horses. Feral horses are the horses which earlier were domesticated, but now they have been left in wild, and in the wild they have carried out their reproductive activities. As a result of that, they have adapted to the wild areas. It also has hoolock gibbon, gangetic dolphins, and white-winged wood duck is the famous bird in Dibru-Saikhowa National Park. Now let's talk about some features. Dibru-Saikhowa National Park is also a biosphere reserve. It also has a tag of important bird and biodiversity area. So that is about important national parks in the state of Assam. Now let's discuss some important wildlife sanctuaries in Assam. Firstly, we will locate them on the map of Assam. First sanctuary is Pobitora Wildlife Sanctuary. It is located to the southern banks of Brahmaputra River. Second important wildlife sanctuary is Sonai Rupai Wildlife Sanctuary, which is located close to the borders with Arunachal Pradesh. Third important wildlife sanctuary is Hoollongapar Gibbon Sanctuary, located close to the borders with Nagaland. Now let's discuss some important points related to these wildlife sanctuaries. Firstly, Pobitora Wildlife Sanctuary. It is located in Morigao district of Assam. Rajamayong Hills are the hills in which this wildlife sanctuary is located. Brahmaputra River lies to the north of this wildlife sanctuary. It has vegetation in the form of grassland vegetation. Animals are in the form of great Indian one-horned rhino, leopards, wild boars, barking deer, and wild buffalo. Let's discuss some features of Pobitora Wildlife Sanctuary. It has highest density of great Indian one-horned rhino, and this is an important point. Pobitora also holds the distinction of being the source population of Indian Rhinoceros Vision 2020, and from Pobitora Wildlife Sanctuary, some rhinoceros were translocated to Manas National Park. It also has a tag of important bird and biodiversity area. So that is about Pobitora Wildlife Sanctuary. Now let's discuss some important points related to Sonai Rupai Wildlife Sanctuary. It is located in Sonitpur district of Assam. It is there at the foothills of eastern Himalayas. It has rivers like Gabru, Gelgeli, Sonai and Rupai rivers that flow through this sanctuary. Vegetation is in the form of wet evergreen, semi-evergreen, moist deciduous forest along with grasslands. It has animals like Asian elephant, Indian bison, tigers, leopards, gaur, sambar, hog deer, barking deer as well. It has birds like white-winged wood duck, hornbill and pelicans. This wildlife sanctuary is located at the interstate borders with Arunachal Pradesh. Now let's discuss some important points related to Hoollongapar Gibbon Wildlife Sanctuary. It is located in the Jorhat district of Assam. There are no major hills associated with this wildlife sanctuary. Bhogdai River is the river that lies to the east of the sanctuary. It has forest in the form of semi-evergreen forest with some patches of wet evergreen forest as well. If we talk about animals, it is famous for hoolock gibbon, Bengal slow loris, Indian elephants, tigers, leopards and wild boars are also there in this wildlife sanctuary. It consists of the densest population of gibbons. It is named after a dominant tree species called Hollong. So that is about wildlife sanctuaries in the state of Assam. Now let's discuss some important tiger reserves in the state of Assam. There are 4 tiger reserves in the state of Assam, of which we have already discussed 2. First was Kaziranga and second was Manas. Now we will discuss about 2 other tiger reserves in Assam, and they are Nameri Tiger Reserve, which is located very close to the borders with Arunachal Pradesh, and second is Orang Tiger Reserve, which is located north of Brahmaputra River. Now let's discuss some points related to these tiger reserves. Firstly, Nameri Tiger Reserve. It also has a designation of national park. It is located in the Sonitpur district of Assam, and it lies at the foothills of eastern Himalayas. Jia Boreli and Bor Dikroi are the rivers associated with this tiger reserve. If we talk about vegetation, it has vegetation in the form of tropical wet evergreen, semi-evergreen, moist deciduous forests. It also has presence of grasslands along the rivers. Animals are in the form of Royal Bengal tiger, leopards, clouded leopards, Asian elephants, gaur, sambar, hog deer, barking deer, slow loris, and Assamese macaw. It also has number of birds, and famous is white-winged wood duck. Now let's discuss some features of this tiger reserve. Nameri National Park constitutes the core area of this tiger reserve. It also has a part of Sonai Rupai Sanctuary, which forms a satellite core of this tiger reserve. It also has designation of elephant reserve and important bird area. Nameri is contiguous with Pakke Tiger Reserve in the north, and Pakke Tiger Reserve is there in the state of Arunachal Pradesh, which we have already discussed in the second video. Now let's discuss some important points related to Orang Tiger Reserve. It also has a designation of national park. It is there in Darang and Sonitpur district of Assam. It does not have major hills associated with it. It is located on the northern banks of Brahmaputra River. It also has rivers like Pachnoi, Belseri and Dhansari rivers, which form the border of the core area of the tiger reserve. Vegetation is in the form of wet alluvial grasslands along with moist deciduous forest and swamp forest. It is famous for animals like great Indian one-horned rhino, pygmy hog, Maljuria elephants. Maljuria elephants are the elephants which is a group of male elephants. It also has wild buffaloes, tigers, hog deer, gangetic dolphins, and birds like spot-billed pelican, white pelican, Bengal florican. Now let's discuss some important points related to this tiger reserve. The tiger reserve's core area is formed by Orang National Park. Orang National Park is also referred as Mini Kaziranga of Assam, given its similarities with Kaziranga. Orang National Park also has a designation of important bird area. So that is about the tiger reserves in the state of Assam. Now let's discuss about Ramsar Sites in Assam. Assam consists of one Ramsar site, and that is Deepor Beel, which is located to the south of Brahmaputra River, and it also has a designation of wildlife sanctuary. Let's talk about some important points related to Deepor Beel. It is located in Kamrup Metropolitan District. It is a permanent freshwater lake in a former channel of river Brahmaputra. Vegetation is aquatic vegetation which consists of giant water lily, water hyacinth, aquatic grasses and water lilies as well. It also has deciduous forest within the basin of the lake. Birds like spot-billed pelican, lesser and greater adjutant stork are seen in this particular lake. Let's discuss some features of Deepor Beel. A part of the lake is declared as wildlife sanctuary. The Basista and Kalmani rivers are the major source of water along with monsoonal runoff. Konajan Channel is the channel that drains this bell into Brahmaputra River. Deepor Beel also has a designation of important bird and biodiversity area. So that is about our discussion of Deepor Beel Ramsar Sites. And that is about our discussion of protected areas in Assam. Thank you.